Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I have my January haul. It started off really small and I was really proud of myself, and it got progressively worse. It is much bigger than I had expected. I did get the last few volumes of Nana I was waiting for from December, so I have included those, but like, let's not count them in the overall total, and then it might not seem as bad. Quite a lot of like random mixed stuff today, like a lot of secondhand, some good, some really bad I will share with you, and new releases as always. So I do normally start with the pre-orders, but I'm going to just go through the volumes of Nana that I got. They were outstanding on an order, but they came through beginning of the month, and I am actually starting my read of Nana today, so I'm very excited to get into it. So I was missing 1, 2, 7, 9, 16, 17, 18 and 20. I will go through the covers. I just also want to put it out there that I have seen a lot of people listing this series secondhand or like as new for ridiculous prices online. I picked all of these up on Sci-Fi and in Travelling Man. So they are all available. Please don't think you have to pay like 10, 15, 20 pounds a volume, because you definitely don't. I think I calculated it, like you could pick them all up on 3 for 2 for less than £130 for the full series, and I've seen people trying to sell the series for like 300. So please don't pay that. And you could maybe even get it cheaper if you bought them all online and use a discount code. 18 and 20. These are all so different in like how thick they are. Like I would say 18 is like slightly chunkier than a normal volume. 20 feels really thin. And then 9 is like insanely fat. So I don't know how they've split this series up. I will find out in the next few weeks. I'm planning to read 1 or 2 a day. I'm doing a buddy read and I'm really excited to get into this. Next up, I'll go over some pre-orders. First up, we have Stray Cat and Wolf Volume 2. I haven't read this one yet. I absolutely loved Volume 1, and it is the same author as Cheeky Brat, which I also love. So very excited to get into this one. I've been kind of busy reading full series at a time, and I tend not to like to stop and pick up other things. So if I have little breaks in between series, that's when I do like my pre-order reads, my new releases and things like that. Speaking of Cheeky Brat, I also got Volume 9. This one's got a white spine. Are we going back to that? Are we? Don't know. Hope not. Yeah, still really enjoying this series. Can't recommend it enough. It's the most sporty series I've read so far, and it's a shoujo. Kind of, sort of, a little bit about basketball. I am planning to try something a little more adventurous on the sports aspect. Next we have No Longer Heroine Volume 5. I've mentioned every time I pick up a volume of this, it is like watching a car crash. It's so good and bad. I do really like it because it's just so different from a lot of other series I read, and these people make awful choices, so it's really entertaining. So I would recommend this one too. And by the same author as No Longer Heroine, we also have Volume 5 of My Special One. I can't remember if I've read Volume 4 of this yet. Possibly have, possibly haven't, but if not, I'll read them together. I'll definitely have to flick through it because I can't remember, even though it wasn't that long ago that I read it. I do like this one as well. This one is an idol series, but there's not like an age gap or anything, so it is quite sweet. I do quite like this one. And next, this wasn't a pre-order, I went out to get this because I thought it might be out a little bit early, and it was, and that is Komi 28. Love Komi so much, can't get enough of Komi. I know a lot of people think like it should just be over because it's gone on for so long, but if you get it, you just get it, and it's so good in my opinion, and I'll just be there for every release. Like I just want to keep reading Komi. And she is like over halfway to a 100 friend goal at this point. Spoiler. So, you know, it could be done by like 50 volumes or something, but whatever, I'm in it for the long haul. And last pre-order I have is Yakuza Fiancé Volume 6. Still haven't read the last few volumes, so it is on the list for soon because I really enjoyed this series. And I don't know why I haven't like continued it. Like I said, I've just been reading like a lot of other series, like full series, completed series, instead of picking up my new releases, which is it a good or a bad thing? I'm not really sure. I've been getting through my TBR, but then obviously it's always growing and I don't make a plan. I went out into town every weekend in January. I don't know why I felt the need to do that, but I did, and I was very good. I literally, most weeks I maybe only bought 1 or 2, which is very, very good for me. The only thing is the 1 or 2 that I bought were usually like a Kodansha or a yen press, which are very expensive, never discounted or anything like that. So I did get a couple of 3 for 2s on some Viz stuff as well, on various weeks, you know. I had to shake it up. First of all though, I forgot to pre-order this volume and I was very upset that I'd already placed another order online, which I haven't opened yet. So I was like, I'm gonna have to make another order. I'm gonna have to pay full price for it in store, which I didn't want to do. And then my lovely friend Charlie sent it to me. She said she had a voucher for Amazon. And it came and I read it straight away, and it is How I Met My Soulmate. It was so lovely. I really, really enjoyed this volume. New release by Kodansha. Can't recommend this one enough. I'm really looking forward to it, reading more of it. It's about adults. They're in college, so like older teens, like early 20s, and this guy decides to help the main girl find her soulmate, which I feel like we all know how that's going to end, but I'm very excited to read it all anyway. Okay, so back to the things I picked up in store. Forbidden Planet, Traveller Man, you know, backwards and forwards. I don't think I picked up anything in Waterstones. Too expensive in Waterstones. Do like it. I like to have a look, but I don't pick anything up in there. This volume I picked up every single week and I was like, I kind of want this, but it was $12.99 in Forbidden Planet and I was like, I don't want to pay $12.99. It was $10.99 in Travelling Man, and that is when I eventually picked it up. The Moon on a Rainy Night. Honestly, it was a cover buy. Really like the look of it. I have read this and it was really quite nice. It was quite sweet. GL, I think, is where it's headed. About a girl who becomes friends with another girl who is hearing impaired. She's not completely deaf, but she can't really hear. She has hearing aids. And she kind of like forces herself to be friends with her. And yeah, I quite enjoyed the first volume, so I'm looking forward to seeing where this one goes. And I am making a conscious effort this year to read a lot more GL because I just have never really picked it up. And I really like this. So, and I read something else last year that I also really liked. And I just want to keep going with it. I don't want to like avoid it. So yeah, really like the look of the cover on this one. That is literally the reason I picked it up. And another GL I picked up, which I haven't read yet, which is Kiss the Scars of the Girls. It is a vampire series as far as I know. This one was the Empress. Again, cover by, really liked the look of it. There was like 15 copies of it on the shelf of Forbidden Planet and I was like, what is this? And yeah, so I had to pick it up. So now there's only like 14 copies. Like I said, haven't read it yet, so we'll get to it. $10.99, didn't think that was too bad for a yen press. Obviously could have probably got it cheaper online, but you know, I don't like to wait. And another one I got in Forbidden Planet, they have in Newcastle, they've now introduced a like a clearance mod, a clearance shelf, which they have never had in Newcastle as far as I'm aware. And one side of the shelf is damaged. I've looked like extensively at these volumes and they all look perfectly fine. Some of them are even wrapped in plastic, but they're damaged. So they're reduced, and on the other side it's just like clearance reduced stuff. So I saw a Galaxy Next Door Volume 2, it was £4.50. I have Volume 1 and I I do want to read this because I think it's only like 5 volumes maybe, or 6, I'm not really sure. It's not very long. And I've just put off reading anymore, so I thought for £4.50 I'm going to pick it up and I will read a little bit more. Possibly was other clearance stuff that I picked up, but honestly I can't remember where I've put it. And then the next bunch is a mixture of Forbidden Planet and Traveling Man. Honestly, I can't remember who picked up what and when, but one thing in Traveling Man I got for 50% off was Kaiju Girl Caramelize number 6. I have 1 to 4, so I just need to find number 5, but for 50% off, I thought why not? Also, you know, to make up those 3 for 2s on various weekends, and I am planning to read this soon, so I decided to pick up the rest. I got Banana Fish 14 and 15. So now we just need 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm sure they'll get picked up soon, with only a few more to go, and they all seem to be in stock, or at least online I know they are in stock as well, so they should be quite easy to pick up. Another new release I found in Forbidden Planet, Tamon's B-Side Volume 2. These are all very skinny volumes, not super impressed with that. I like a bit more. It's only 3 chapters. There is 5 chapters in there. They must be quite short chapters though. Anyway, yes, same mangaka as Takane and Hana. I'm gonna keep going for a little bit and see how I feel. And another, I think these were Forbidden Planet and Traveling Man mixture. I got 2, 3 and 4 of Like a Butterfly. I got volume 1 ages ago and it has been sat on my shelf unread. Just don't know what it was. Like, I wasn't super keen to pick it up. Not keen, just it wasn't a priority to pick it up to read it. And anyway, these were added to make 3 for 2 on various purchases, and I decided to read this series in January, so I read 1 to 4 and I did quite like it. I don't know that I would recommend it as like an amazing read. It's very sweet. To be honest, I feel like this is the kind of series that maybe gave the idea for A Sign of Affection. It's a girl who doesn't really talk, not that she can't hear or anything, she just doesn't really talk, and this guy is scared to talk to girls, so they kind of are very awkward together. It's sweet. I'll definitely keep going for a little bit and see how I feel. The art is beautiful. It's Sumo Ashita, so the art is beautiful. But at parts of the series I was like, I'm getting like A Sign of Affection vibes. I wonder if this is where she maybe thought of the characters because of how she wrote the characters in this one. I don't know, it was just what I felt when I was reading it. And I also picked up volume 1 of Prince Freya. I have put off picking this series up for a very long time just because I've heard mixed things, mostly negative. And I think it's on to like maybe volume 9 or 10 now, so there is quite a bit. But I thought I would give it a go and I'd only pick up 1. So I feel like I've done really well there. And I'll see how I feel. I have read something else by this author, and I think I did like it, so hopefully it is good. I don't know. I think it must be a fantasy type series as well, and I kind of want to try stuff like that. And lastly, 3 for 2. This one was a big kind of purchase in that I haven't read the first volume yet, and I've picked up another 3, and they aren't little volumes, they are Viz 6, and that is Maison Ikoku. Don't know if that's how you say it. I have looked at this series so many times and I've wanted to pick it up, and recently my collection has been merged with another and volume 1 was in there, so I thought, well, I have to pick up some more. So I am hoping to start this one soon as well. It is an older series, and yeah, I'm just really interested in it. Honestly can't remember where I picked this up, if it came in the post or if I picked it up in store, but I picked up Usotoki Rhetoric Volume 2. I have read Volume 1 and I really liked it, so I know there's like 5 out now, so I am behind on this one. I don't know why I put off reading that one as well, but it was really good. Like, detective kind of, you know, interesting series set in the 1920s, so like a historical as well. Yeah, just really interested to keep going with this one. I did like it. Okay, so this is the last of the new stuff, and then everything else is secondhand, swap, random, basically. It is a mistake to have picked these up because some of the volumes are impossible to find. I don't know if they will get a reprint. Probably not. Did ask Shoujobi on Twitter to reprint because they did ask, what do you want to see reprinted? There was a long list. This was on there just because I want the missing volumes. I have the first omnibus. I used to have nearly the whole series back in, I don't know, 2010 or something. Sold it because 2010, I needed money. I was like 20. And yeah, I needed money, so I sold it, and now I want it back. I didn't want to pick up the singles, so I bought the omnibuses, and that series is Hana Kimi. Beautiful omnibuses, like they're so bright and pretty. So I got the, I don't know which number of omnibus they are. I got 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and then there's like a bonus. So this is the last volume. The volumes from like 7 to 15, I think, are questionably hard to find. I have seen a few people selling them secondhand for like £60 each. I'm not doing that. So we'll just have to wait and see if I can find them, if they get a reprint. This one obviously is an older series as well. Can't remember when it came out, but like early 2000s I would say, and I really liked it. This is a sporty-ish kind of series as well. So yeah, you know, wanted to pick up more of that, and obviously shoujo, loved it. So it seems crazy to have picked it up when I do realise it is a mistake. They haven't reprinted the other volumes, but maybe I will get lucky and find them somewhere. That just sometimes happens. Okay, so next up is, it's secondhand. I got these in a manga swap. Can't remember what I sent at all. But I got Blue Period 1 to 3. This is a series that I don't really see as much online now. I think it was kind of really hyped. I know something happened with the author and it put a lot of people off the series. I still wanted to give it a go, but I wasn't sure about committing to buying them. So I got these 3 in a swap, and thank you JT, I'm very excited to try these. Okay, everything else is secondhand, picked up from a variety of places. Some of them make me want to cry. They are so awful, and I will be trying to replace them if I ever can. So I had 2 volumes missing of the Gentleman's Alliance Cross, which is an Arena Tanemura series. I had these 2 volumes missing, so I thought I need to fill that gap. And I picked those up on eBay, pretty cheap, from like We Buy Books or something like that. Then I decided I wanted to continue collecting and complete collecting my Natsumi Ando series. I know she has quite a lot of other series that are harder to find, older, out of print, you know. Of course I've gone to look for them. So I really wanted to get Zodiac PI. I've looked for it for ages, and that is, again, it's a hard one to find. And my friend Charlie found me volumes 2 and 3 on Vinted, I think. She bought them because she knew I was at work and I wouldn't see them in time and somebody else might buy them, and they were a bargain. So thank you very much. And then I went out to look for 1 and 4, and I did find them on eBay. Not gonna lie, I paid like £10 for one of them, which was quite a lot, but especially because they're so old. But that is the complete series, 1 to 4, and I'm very excited to have it and get into it soon. Another Natsumi Ando, this one I didn't really know anything about, but again, when I was looking on eBay, I found it, and I think this is it. It's like a 3-in-1, one and done kind of omnibus, and it is called Wild at Heart. So got this one on eBay. I think this was £4, which I thought was a pretty good deal. It's in really good condition, so I was happy with that one too. this is where the struggle begins. Okay, so I have volumes 1 and 2 already of Orisa. Got them secondhand on probably Vinted or Depop or something a long time ago. I think there's 12 volumes in the series. I ordered some on Amazon. I got a gift card for Christmas and I decided I'd buy some on Amazon. They had like secondhand sellers, like bookshops selling secondhand copies. I only picked the ones that were in like very good condition because I didn't want like an ex-library copy piece of crap, basically. And well, I'll show you what I was sent. So every volume that I bought from them was an ex-library copy in varying conditions. Some I am happy to accept, some I am not. We'll start with maybe the better one. So I got volume 9. There is a sticker to be removed, but it's not really got any sun damage. It looks in pretty good condition. You know, we are talking about an older series. I'm happy with a bit of yellowing and stuff like that when it's something that I know I want to collect. So yeah, pretty happy with the condition of this one, volume 9. Also yesterday just got this one, so I haven't given it a thorough looking over, but volume 12, again, doesn't look too bad. Couple of stickers, give it a clean off, you know, it looks okay. Right, volume 5, this isn't the worst one. Volume 5 is not great. This spine is supposed to be green, but it's now blue, obviously sun damage. And lots of stickers. It's okay, I mean, it could be worse. This is the worst, volume 3. It's awful, like, it's torn, it's dirty, it's so gross, it like flops open. Yeah, I will not be keeping this one. I was very sad about this one. So I will be looking for another volume 3, and I would say 5, but then somebody on Vinted listed volumes 2, 4, 5 and 6 in a bundle, even though I've already got 2 and I had already ordered 5. I was like, ooh, they look really good condition. So I bought these as well. So these I got for £5 each, and they are in very good condition, slightly yellow, but like much better condition. So I'll have to check my volume 2 that I already have to see if it's any better. Volume 4 I hadn't ordered. Volume 5, thankfully I did reorder that one, and volume 6 was one I couldn't find. So these were selling individually in, you know, different places for around £10+ each. I think volume 6 is one of those ones that's like a £70 volume, which is ridiculous. I'll just show you the volume 5s side by side. You would think it was 2 different volumes, like that is so bad. Yes, I'm keeping the good ones. I would probably give these away for free if anyone was desperately looking for them. Like, I still don't have volume 3. I just don't want this one. It's so gross. But, I mean, I guess I could read it and then put it away. So that is my little Orisa haul, plus the extras I don't want. And obviously still missing a few volumes. 3 technically, 7, 8, 10 and 11. So I will be looking for those. I think I have ordered volume 10 because that is one of the volumes that is available on Sci-Fi for some reason. That's available, and volume 4 is available to order on there as well, but it was in this bundle, so I just got it that way. So I will be looking for those and hopefully find them sometime soon. This next volume I was absolutely ecstatic about getting because I've been looking for it for a really long time, and I have hummed and hawed about paying a bit too much for it, but I've kind of gone against it. And a friend on Instagram reached out to me and said she'd picked up a set for cheap and would I like the volume that I was missing. So I was like, yes. I think I actually like screamed at her through like the chat out of excitement, and yeah, she sent it to me. So she sent me volume 6 of Strobe Edge, which was the last one I was waiting for. It's immaculate, like it's in perfect condition. I am so happy that I now have this series complete in my collection. I can't wait to read it. I tend to binge through Iyosaki Saka's works quite quickly, so I'm really looking forward to getting to this. I think I said I was going to buddy read it in March, so quite soon I will be reading this one. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for this one. So that was 51 volumes. I mean, some of them I personally didn't pick up in 3 for 2s, they were just picked up for me, so like, does that make it better? Plus the Nana volumes, they were supposed to be last month. So not too bad, I would say. Could be a lot worse. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!